Hey guys, welcome back to the Brentford save here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. If you missed the two videos over the weekend that weren't this series, then you'll want to watch them. FIFA 22 career mode videos from the game, player career mode and creator club mode, showing you what they're both all about. You'll want to check them, so go and watch them if you haven't already. We're trying to get our league campaign back on track. We had a little bit of a wobble in the last episode. A fairly sizable wobble, to be fair, with only, well, one win in the 6 games that we had in the last month. We were in better form prior to that, but January was a little bit off, shall we say. So hoping to be back to winning ways today with the game against Leeds United. I think I'm going to play Leeds, actually, away from home at Ellen Road. Even though they're 18th, I'm not sure I trust our simmed games at the moment. So I'm going to play Leeds, I'm going to play Leverkusen at home, and then we'll kind of figure out what we're going to do from there. I'm starting to think that morale is playing a big factor in our sim game lack of form. Even though we're getting decent boosts and the 11 is good, I think the morale being average is having an effect on our sim game. So I'm going to test that. I'm going to test that here in this episode. We'll go and play Leeds, and then I'll start going to some pre and post game interviews to try and get morale right up to the very top again if we can, and then from there hopefully we'll be able to put together another good run of form and, fingers crossed, solidify in the top 4 for Champions League football next season. But FIFA 22 isn't very far away now, so we've probably only got this season and next season left before 22 arrives. So I want to get to the Champions League as quickly as possible and then challenge for everything next season if we can. Well, we should have the budget to do so. Right, to Elland Road. Leeds line up then with Hradetsky in goal. Drama, Llorente, Koch and Firpo. Ava Banega sat holding. Rafinha, Tyler Roberts, Mateusz Klich and Jack Harrison. With Landry de Mata up top. That's a better lined up Leeds side. We've seen them playing some players out of position in recent times, but they're back as they should be with their positional sense today. But their league position actually isn't anywhere near as good as it should be. But they have the time to turn it around and get out of that relegation scrap. But they're going to have to put in some performances between now and the end of the season because time is running out. Threatened with a drop back to the Championship, Leeds need to turn up. Threatened with a drop out of the top 4, we need to turn up. Game on. An odd shadow here. Well, not necessarily an odd shadow, but the sun is so bright on the far side. You can see the contrast between the shade and the sun. It's so very bright on that far side. Leeds practically glowing whenever they're in there. The fans will be glowing with happiness now, though, as they've started on the front foot. De Mata up top. Don't think that was a new signing for them in this window. Just gone in January. It may have been. I don't recall Leeds doing that much in the window. Lovely ball through, though, and thumped home, breaking the offside trap. Only his 2nd goal in the Premier League, so maybe he was. Maybe he was a new signing in January, De Mata. Maybe they've thrown some money into the transfer window, brought De Mata in, and hoping that he can be their saviour. Certainly started off the right way, shining brightly. That's cannoned off Kurt Zuma and will be out for a Leeds United corner. We went 2-0 down against Leicester yesterday, not yesterday, in the last episode on Friday, trying to avoid a repeat of that here if we can. We and as if by magic, there's the 2nd goal for Leeds. De Mata really might well be their saviour. Lord Landry gives Leeds United a 2-goal lead. Is their Premier League season being saved by their new signing? That's a brilliant header. Shades of Ivan Toney about him, don't you think? Lamptey forward to Mbermo. In there to Ivan Toney. Back to De Silva. Benrahma made a good run, but I can't get it to him yet. By into Jensen, back to Bay. You can see the Leeds press coming, and it's worked. I just checked the footage from Friday's video, and De Mata isn't a brand new signing at Leeds. He did not come in the most recent January transfer window, so they must have signed him either in the summer or in a previous window and just have been yet to use him, because I don't think he's played against us so far in this save for Leeds United. So why he hasn't been involved in their 11, I'm not sure, but the way that he's played today, I think he might be involved in their 11 a little bit more regularly than he has been now. Tarek Lamptey trying to get into the box here to then loft the ball in so we can try and score a headed effort of our own. And maybe from the set piece we can replicate what they did at the other end. It's not quite going to reach me though. Benrahma should get to that. Oh, he's definitely going to get to it, but can we still work something from it? Zuma is there. Decent footwork from him. Around the corner to Tony. Obvious ball there is Benrahma under control. Back of the net. 2-1. Game on again. 2-2. We're level. Let's go. 2 goals in 1. Second half on the way. Solid. Off the bench to try and firm us up at the back. Some fresh legs. Jensen loves breaking through. He's not going to have the pace. He does have the pace. He does have the pace. Jensen wasn't confident on his left, but after turning back onto his right and beating the defender, it was always going to happen. I get a lot of you don't like the way that I do that. A lot of you would get to this point on his left foot and just shoot. But I always like to turn back onto a player's stronger foot for my sins. Most of the time it works, but sometimes perhaps I try a little bit too hard. But certainly on this occasion it's worked well for us, and we have managed to turn around a 2-0 deficit to a level scoreline again, as we did against Leicester. Hopefully though, on this occasion, we can go the one step further and completely turn it around. Damata. Oh, nicely done. And Burmo. Nice drop of the shoulder, actually. And I'll look for Ivan Toney. He's on his left foot here. I want to cut this back. And here's Mbermo on his favoured left. That's pinballing about in the box. Oh, it's offside. Forward to Mbermo. And around the corner to Simikas, who's come on at left back. Sorry, at right back, even though he's a left back. Just managing to poke that to Mbermo. Inside to Jensen. And Josh De Silva. Please! Oh, we've turned it around! We couldn't do it against Leicester. We have against Leeds. That defensive frailty is why they are where they are in the league. Doesn't matter if you get yourself a 2-0 lead. If you're not able to hold on to it, you're not going to be challenging higher up the table. Brentford fans in raptures, they love it. As do we. Fighting hard here against Leeds, but it has been that press that's been their undoing. Only just got to that. De Silva floored by the challenge of the defender that came across. Robin Koch, I think it was. No, it's Diogo Llorente. But you see the ball slice off his foot and bend away from the keeper. No chance for the man in between the sticks, Fredetsky, whose former team we go and play next, in fact, don't we, in Bayer Leverkusen. The Czech playing in the Premier League now, so I'm intrigued to see who Leverkusen have replaced him in goal with. Hopefully, they won't be replacing their 2 with a 3 on the scoreline. We've replaced the side that were in the lead. It's now us. 3 minutes to go. That press is going to get a little bit more intense now for the final few minutes as they try and find their way back into the game now after throwing away a 2-0 lead. I've been there. I know how much it hurts and how much it sucks. But I also know how much I hate losing late on or conceding late on. I do not want to have my lead thrown away after fighting so hard to get it, well, not get it back, just to get in the lead in the first place. But they're not showing any sort of intensity whatsoever here, Leeds. They're in the midfield and the referee will blow his final whistle. It's almost like they just gave up. They thought, oh, we can't. We've not got enough time. We can't do anything, lads. We're not going to stand a chance of getting back in it, so we'll just play amongst ourselves and wait for the final whistle. Thank you for doing that. A 3-2 win away from home at Ellen Road. Now, if it is morale that's an issue, that should boost morale. Oh, dearie me. Right, Leverkusen up next in the Europa League as we get a bid for Weaver from Roma on loan. No. It's been forever since we played a game in the snow. I don't even recall ever playing a game in the snow with Brentford previously, but the pitch lines are painted orange, almost as if it was themed for the Europa League for this particular fixture. Thankfully, underfloor heating, under soil heating has kept the pitch and playing surface in decent condition. They've got Fernando Pacheco in goal for them now, Leverkusen. They're playing 3 at the back. Saiss, Luis Felipe and Sanchez. Got Belotti up top. Callum Hudson-Odoi also in their front 3. Diaby on the left-hand side of the midfield 4. It's a decent side for Leverkusen. I don't know how successful they have or haven't been. Even the ball is orange, look. I don't know how successful they have or haven't been in Germany in their domestic competitions this year, Leverkusen. But obviously, being in the Europa League means they haven't been massively successful in Germany, because there are just as many teams in Germany that get into the Champions League, sorry, as there are in England, I think. Pretty sure it's 4 German teams get progression through. That was meant from Burmo, and for some reason it's tried to force it to Jensen. That's annoying. Let's hope that we can actually find the right player with the right ball moving forward, but really positive that we were able to open them up like that right off the bat in the opening 6 or 7 minutes or so. Let's see what we can do against this Leverkusen side. Kurt Zouma doing a very good job defensively as well. This is the furthest we've ever gotten in a European tournament with Brentford so far. Again, I'm going to drop onto the favoured foot, but we don't get a favoured finish. Over the bar from Ivan Toney. It kind of just got caught underneath his feet, didn't it? Not far away. Oof, very close, but still over. Hudson-Odoi spread out wide to Diaby. Onside and at pace. Thankfully, we have some pace of our own in defensive positions with Tarek Lamptey and Rico Henry out wide. And they're remarkably open on the counter at the beginning of this game, Leverkusen. I chose the wrong pass there. But it's not the first time we've had their defenders isolated. Oh my god, I could do with some pace through the middle now. As Callum Hudson-Odoi narrows up and tries to drive at my defence and get rid of it. How he made his way past Eric Bailly there, I'm not sure. And Burmo, take the touch and go down the line. I wanted to try and get it with his foot and sharply turn, which he didn't do. But, oh, there's a free kick for handball. Okay, never mind. Callum Hudson-Odoi will deliver. And it's not the worst ball in the world, but Mikkel Damsgaard gets rid of it. It'll fall for Roman Saiz. Player with Premier League experience, of course, at Wolves. Knows what he's doing against sides from our division. Callum Hudson-Odoi, I think his reputation precedes him. That hit by him bounced up, but thankfully nothing on the arm. And we will eventually clear it away. This could be quite an end-to-end game. Leverkusen with bodies back on this occasion, but we've got bodies coming forward now. If I can find the right pass at the right time, which I still can't do, then we might have had a chance to take the lead. Lottie. Tried to get there with Josh De Silva and couldn't. Azil over the top. Can we get to that? We can't. Hudson-Odoi with some space on the edge of the box. Oh, Kurt Zouma with a very important block. Away, please, Raya. Actually, oh, it was nearly an excellent ball out wide to Brian and Burmo. Roman Saiz over the top to Moussa Diaby. I still can't get it off him. That's a lovely ball round the corner to Aaron Barry. Ball rolls undone me again, and Bailly's in the way. Well, as positive as we've been going one way, I tell you what, we can't switch off against Leverkusen, can we? But again, oh no, again they've left bodies forward and open to be being picked apart on the counter, but I just can't find the right pass at the right time. And Burmo's free at the back post. Please, please, please. Oh, go away, Pacheco. Give me this 1-0 lead. Jesus wept. I'm working really hard here to move their defence about. It keeps opening up for me, and I just cannot get the ball into a position where we have a clear-cut chance. Cosella into Belotti. And oh, nice. No! Oh! For a moment, I thought that was going to bounce free for them there. Benrahma out wide. They do only have 3 at the back, Leverkusen. I think that's why we keep catching in the way that we do. Benrahma's onside here and in. And support. And goal. And Pacheco. Come on, Ivan. Give me that headed goal that I'm so desperate for. Or just any goal that I'm so desperate for. Still 0-0 as we approach half-time here. Well, they're trying to counter on me from my own corner, but it's not going to work. The referee will blow his half-time whistle. We've had their back 3 on their back foot for the majority of that half. I can't score yet. Keeping a clean sheet's more important, I think. Avoiding letting them get an own goal is probably more important than ensuring an absolute victory. But still, you want to win your home games. Get to that. Oh, he has done. And Benrahma could flick this backwards. No, he can't. Davinson Sanchez does really well. Hudson-Odoi tried to flick that on, but... What are you doing, Eric? Ah! Under pressure. Jesus Christ. Unnecessary pressure. But now they're under pressure. Oh, Mikkel's in behind. This is the clear-cut opportunity I've been waiting for. And that's the goal that's been on the way all game long. At last, we've broken past them. At last, we get the goal. We lead in the Europa League knockout stages. And I'm not letting that go the way Leeds did. Jensen. Out to Lamptey. Centrally. Help it on its way quickly. Ivan Toney does not miss these. And relax. Let's make some changes. We've got the game against Watford in the league coming up in the not too distant future. And I want as many people to be possible as many people as possible even to be fit for that. Mikkel Damsgaard's put in a shift today as well. We'll make just the 2 changes for now, and then we'll make a third a little bit later on depending on stamina. But we have a 2-0 lead now against Leverkusen, and hopefully that should be game done now. Their 3 at the back just can't cope with the sheer amount of men that we've got forward. Our formation works really well against theirs. They haven't been able to cope with us defensively. They've been okay going forward, but David Raya hasn't really had much to do despite all of the bodies they've thrown at the attack and all of the time they've spent on the edge of our box. It's been pretty quiet for the goalkeeper, and that's just the way I like it. Well intercepted by Palacios. Thought I was going to make it through. Diaby, Aranbari, Danny Ings. Danny Ings at Leverkusen off the bench. Aranbari over the top for Diaby, who's absolutely shattered. Tarek Lamptey gets rid of that. It'll fall for Palacios. Aranbari could shoot here. It's sat up nicely for him. He somehow walked his way through our defence, but Raya keeps our clean sheet intact. Good movement by Aranbari. And it opened up for him there, but just couldn't quite find the back of the net. Was on its way towards the back of the net, though. Certainly placed it well enough. En-Nesyri has come on for Andrea Belotti now. Danny Ings, as we saw, is on for them as well. So they're making changes up top to try and force the issue and get at least 1 away goal. Danny Ings will try and get them a hit. It's a great turn. It's a top finish. Danny Ings does have an away goal for Bayer Leverkusen. This game might not be over yet, let alone the tie as a whole. Lovely touch, and then that sharp turn just completely sold me. But I tell you what, on his left foot, that's a tasty finish. We know that Danny Ings is a good goal scorer, and he's proved it again. His 5th goal of their European season so far. Danger man, Danny Ings. Into Benrahma. Spread out wide. If we could get a 3rd goal before the end of the game, then we'll at least have a 2-goal cushion to take to Germany. But at the minute, it looks more likely that they're going to get a 2nd than we're to get a 3rd. Moussa Diaby still absolutely shattered on that wing. He's given everything for his team. I'm going to try and catch him out of position here if I can, because he's not going to be able to get back in help of his defence. Benrahma to Tony. Flicked around the corner to Josh Da Silva. You're offside, Johan. You're offside. Dickhead. Oh, would have been a great counter-attack. Still, we could find Johan Wissa. Sorry! Yeah! 3-1. Ivan Toney again. Sorry, Leverkusen. But I want my 2-goal advantage back, thank you, so I'm sweating it. We lead by 3-1. We'll take a 2-goal advantage to Germany, and hopefully that's job done. Watford next. Watford next. We'll sim that, and hopefully that third goal will offer us the opportunity to sim the 2nd leg, and we should be relatively comfortable. But do I risk it? Do I risk it? I tell you what, let's sim the Watford one now that we've tried the whole up the morale thing and see if that's worked for us. I think the first team should be fit enough on the Sunday. They are. Oh, I tried to up morale and it's still average. Probably should know better than to do this. 2-0 win. Tony with a brace. Yes! Up the fucking bees. About bloody time we got a win in a sim. Right. Johan Wissa is, I think, actually not complaining now. I was, for a minute, going to say that I thought he was complaining, but he's not. Right. This is the decision. This is the decision. Do me a favour, lads. Good boys. Benrahma equalises late on. Well, not late on, actually. 3 minutes after half. For some reason, I read that as 84, not 48. We are through to the next round of the Europa League. Let's go and play Brighton in the final game of today's episode and try and extend the lead to Spurs from 6 points to a little bit more. Tsimikas wants some more games, and certainly he's going to have the opportunity to play them now we're getting further in the Europa League as well. He just played in the most recent game, and to be fair, the team are actually quite tired now, especially defensively. We have Sporting in the next round of the Europa League as well. That's a very much winnable tie. Oh, Christ. Some fresh defensive legs, please. Jesus Christ. Everybody's bloody knackered. Where are you, Versloot? There he is. Pontus Janssen was actually asking for some football. Tell you what, mate. You're going to get some now. Or do I put a nana in? No. I'll put Anana on the bench, though. And I'll actually give Søndergaard a game ahead of Ben Rama as well. But other than that, we will be as we were. Right, then. Brighton away to end the day. Brighton have Sherpen in goal. Kloosterman, Veltman, Byrne, Manolas and Solly March as a 5. And Mwepu and Jason Malumbi in midfield. Percy Tau sat behind Lucas and Mecha and Nahuel Bustos. On the bench, Mahmoud Dahoud, Max Aaron's new signing, but they've gone with Kloosterman at right back on this occasion. Well, we have a rotated defence, but we should still be pretty strong going the other way. And hopefully we should be strong enough defensively too. Let's get another victory. Let's build and get ourselves into a really good run of form now to end the season strong and see that top 4 spot solidified. And who knows what can happen in Europe yet. Forcing them backwards. Leicester, 12 points clear at the top from Manchester City. 18 points clear of us. Outrageous season from Leicester this year. If we're to challenge for the title next year, which obviously is a tough ask, we probably need another 2 seasons before we're in that position. Certainly financially, with regards to our transfer budget. But, that's a hell of a mountain to climb. A hell of a mountain to climb. And the gap's probably going to grow by more between us and top of the table between now and the end of the year. You'd imagine, anyway. Damsgaard with a nice turn to get away from the man that was with him. Jensen will spread the play. And Röslu getting, at the moment, a rare run out. But you can kind of see why if he's going to give the ball away like that. Here comes Bustos for Brighton. He's got the pace as well to get away. And the cross comes in. And, well, the defender ran underneath it, misjudged the flight. And Mwepu gives Brighton a 1-0 lead. He's in the right position there, Tsimikas. And then he just, well, if anything, he's run past the ball and is actually reaching back for it. Not the best there, pal. You've not necessarily put yourself back in the starting lineup for the next game by doing that, have you? And Mwepu makes it Brighton 1. Brentford 0. Tau. Ooh, hello. How's that for a switch? A ripple of applause from the fans as well as they sound their appreciation for an excellent ball. Goal at Anfield, but I don't really care about Liverpool at the moment. If we were winning against Brighton, then I'd certainly be keen on keeping an eye on their scoreline to see if we're able to extend our lead over them. But at the moment, I can't take any attention away from this game. I need to make sure that we get back level. Søndergaard can't get to that. Josh De Silva's not going to get to that in time. And Mwepu can find Malumbi. And we might be on the back foot going the other way. Indeed we are. Bustos, nice turn. Pontus Jansson steps in. We have shown a little bit of defensive frailty with some weaker players. Well, not necessarily weaker, but you know what I mean. Less than first string players in. Tony on his left. Should have turned on to his right. Shot block simulator 21 at it again. Not long to go till half time now. Can I get to that Pontus Jansson? No, I can't. And we still trail by a goal to 0. Lucas Mecha is going to try his best to help us go 2-0 down. Out to Solly March. Forward as they look for a second here, Brighton. Back to Malumbi again. Dealing with it so far, though. Dealing with it well. Bustos. Finds Percy Tau. He's gone for it. That was travelling. The keeper just stood and looked at it, and I'll be honest, I was waiting for that to ripple the net and go in that bottom corner. Thankfully, he's just sliced off his foot and gone wide, but wasn't far away from the man sat behind their front two. The front two have been good for them today as well. Ivan Toney's heading hasn't been that good of late, actually. He's not scored a header for a little while, I don't think. A couple of episodes or so. Veltman and Mwepu linking up as we're going to go in at half-time 1-0 down, with it all to do in the second half again. But we've been in that position before by twice as much so far today, and we know we can turn it round. Down the line, ahead of Mbermo to race on to. Yeah, we are looking for that right moment for the final pass. Derek Ray, you're not wrong. I want to just swing it in aimlessly towards Ivan Toney and hope for the best. It has to be a measured pass and an educated pass. We think we'll make it. Søndergaard. Oh, he's spun him well. Come on then, Erler. Yes, Mr. Søndergaard! In front of the Brentford fans. Don't know whether he knows that particular person that is embracing their Erler Søndergaard, but he's certainly delighted to celebrate with him. Lovely turn. Lovely turn. And on his favoured side, buries it across the keeper into the back of the net. We are level on the south coast, and there's plenty of time left. Are we going to do it again? Lucas and Mecha. Cross to Mwepu. quickly by Klosterman back inside. Decent amount of people forward here, and that's a very good pass into Lucas Klosterman. And he's gone to deliver it, but Tsimikas is in the way. Can I keep that in? Klosterman can keep it in. Hello! Couple of fancy flicks from two players there. Almost identical little moves. Klosterman delivers again. It's an excellent ball in, and Roslu hacks it away. I do like it when the AI in those positions actually cross the football. So many times you see them just stop there, turn around and look to pass it backwards or turn around. And look what happens when they actually cross the ball. It causes the defence problems. They need to do it more often. Delivered in. And Klosterman with the header straight at David Raya. Better from the AI. I'm almost pleased that they're causing me problems in such a manner. But hopefully... Oh, come on. Hopefully it's not something that continues for too long. Hopefully we can go at the other end and grab another goal ourselves. Lucas and Mecha. Oh, it's a lovely ball. The weight of the pass was perfect to keep it out of the way of Solet and right into the path of Alexis McAllister. And Brighton take the lead again. They're in front for a second time, and there's only 19 minutes left for us to get this back now. Lovely run by Alexis McAllister. The turn is what sold the defender, and the weight of the pass just meant that he didn't have to get in a physical encounter with Solet there. He was already past him, and Solet had to kind of do that whole, oh, I'm not going to touch him, I'm not giving away a penalty kind of animation or defensive move, as you see in real life. And scenarios like that, you touch him, he goes down, or you leave him alone and he has a shot. But if you touch him and he goes down, you're running the risk of a red card. It's better to kind of hope that he misses than run the risk of getting sent off. Brighton, however, have taken the lead because of that for a second time. We've given the ball away again. We need to be better in the final third, but at the moment, it looks like we're going to be losing this game. Get to that first. We'll try my best to get ourselves back in front, but we've not got much time to try and do it, and I can't seem to keep the ball in the offensive third right now. Give me that ball. Oh, Wesley puts the foot in, tackles the man, wins the ball, and then just gets stuck, for lack of a better phrase, on the Brighton man, and can't... Oh, he's done me there with that turn as well, and can't get round him to actually get to the ball. We had them in a really good counter-attacking position there. Solet wins that ball back. Is that going to reach Tony? It will. Need the support here from Josh De Silva, which we've got. And forward to Søndergaard. And the run here from Jensen will draw the defender out of the way so that Mbermo can play the 1-2 with Erla Søndergaard trying to do it again. Oh, it's going to be full time here, and Brighton are going to win by 2-1. We are going to lose on the South Coast. Don't, ref. Please. Oh, please, Mr. Tony. Joel Veltman with the tackle. Tried a little bit of footwork. It didn't, unfortunately, pay off. We lose on the South Coast. That's frustrating. Brighton were very, very good, but still frustrated not to get at least a point out of that as Liverpool beat Newcastle. So the gaps below us in the Premier League do close slightly. By slightly, I mean quite a bit. Only a point between us and Liverpool now. And should Tottenham win their game, only 3 between us and Tottenham, with then 10 games to go. Tottenham's game in hand is against Arsenal, however, although they should win that, given the form of the two sides. Although there's not that much, to be fair, between Chelsea, Arsenal and Manchester United and Liverpool in 4th. Certainly between them and Spurs in 5th. But it's a big jump now down to the bottom half. But still only 6 points to City, although they've got a game in hand. I'm really looking over my shoulder. Really looking over my shoulder. I want 4th, at least. I want the Champions League next season. But we could do it in 2 possible ways. Top 4 in the league or win the Europa League. I'd love to do both. And we'll try and take steps towards that in the next episode. For now, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on more. Of course, please do check out those videos that went up over the weekend. You will want to watch them. I guarantee you'll enjoy them. Eyes open about FIFA 22. It's just around the corner for full game content. I'll see you next time.